Hey, it's Tommy from Mix 107.3, and Chicago is taking over Washington. No, not that Chicago. He's been here for like a month. Talking about the musical Chicago at the National Theater, starring John O'Hurley. So welcome to D.C.
Thank you. I feel very welcome here. It's a treasure to be here, and great to be at the National Theater with such a sense of history.
Now, have you talked to Richard Gere at all about it?
Oh no, because why?
Because he tried to do it as good as you did in the movie, but not quite.
The roles that I take, I just, they're my own. They're my own perception of what I bring to the stage. If it doesn't come out of me naturally, I have no business doing it.
You've been in everything. 50-some shows, movies, theater.
It may look like an eclectic career, but it makes sense to me because I'm just following what my imagination tells me to do.
And it's got to be great for your ADD.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You can bring your art and your imagination to business, though. So.
Well, you can, and I find that business and theater are both very theatrical venues because they are the way of presenting a good idea. A good idea has to be the beginning of everything, and once you have a good idea, you then present it either as a theatrical piece or as a commercial vehicle.
Can I ask you for a bit of advice?
On anything?
On anything, yeah. Here's the question. You ready?
Oh, yeah, sure. Always bring your wallet on stage with you.
Really?
Yeah, so that you can, if you wanted to stop for a moment and write that down.
Always
bring your wallet
on stage because people with stage hands get sticky fingers. Or what?
Well, I'll let you wonder the reason why. But I pass out this advice for free, and I just you take it if you want.
I appreciate that. I wanted to ask you though. You were voted one of the sexiest men alive.
Well, I was. Yes, I was. By People magazine. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Well, in my case, I think they were dealing more with the alive part than the sexy part.
No, just as big. Washington Life magazine has just named me one of the most eligible under 40.
Is that right?
What should I expect? Like throngs of women and undergarments being thrown at me? What should I be ready for?
Well, you'll expect that years from now you'll be able to drag a magazine out of the bottom of your desk drawer and say, "Oh, there it is. How about that?" Yeah, it does. Yeah. All it makes you is much more unapproachable, which you already are because you have an aura about you.
Well, thanks, John.
That you says just back off. It's too big. It's too great.
Now I have to ask you about Seinfeld. I know you probably received 30,000 questions about Seinfeld today.
No, actually, never enough.
Never enough. Do you, still get the hey, there's Peterman? Does that still come up?
If I told you 15 times a day I get that, I probably would be on the underside of that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But listen, I have no problem with that. In 1999, I bought the J. Peterman Company with the real J. Peterman, so as far as I'm concerned, the brand is still alive.
What does he say about how you played him?
Well, he's got, it's, how would you like it if you woke up one morning and somebody was parodying you and your company on the #1 show on television? You'd say, huh? and what's made it even worse is that as time has gone on and the show has developed a kind of a myth status as the #1 show on television, and Peterman has this kind of cult existence. Basically, he's lost his identity to me, and I'm not giving it back. And it's a little bit weird that in American media somebody can do that.
Yeah.
Literally steal. I mean, you want to talk about identity theft. This is probably the worst and most pronounced case of it. He and I own the company together now, and after a board of directors meeting in New York City, we'll be walking down Madison Avenue together. Shoulder to shoulder, and people will be screaming, "Hey, Peterman!" and they're not talking to him.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Well, you tell me. I don't know. It's as I say, he laughs all the way to the bank on it. But
now you can throw me out of the room right now, but I've got to ask you.
I'm not big enough.
Can you do the cake line for me?
The cake line. Elaine, do you have any idea what happens to a butter-based frosting over 6 decades in a poorly ventilated British basement? I have a feeling what you're about to go through is punishment enough.
Peterman, John O'Hurley, you just made my career. Thank you.
You bet.
Chicago, coming to the National Theater, March 31st. John, before you go.
What's that?
The lovely woman who's been running our camera this whole time, her name is Megan Smith, and she's sort of a thespian and a singer and a dancer. Wanted to know if you could teach her one of your award-winning moves of Dancing with the Stars.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Come here, Megan. Give me the camera.
So here's the move here. All right. What you're going to do is come over here, and you're going to put your arm up here. All right. I want you to take your back, and I want you to make a C out of it. There we go.
Oh, hi.
I want you to get that elbow up very, very high, and as we lean in, we bend towards the camera, and that's how we finish.